Cool. I
It
like that.
sounds really complicated, but it's really so simple when you get into the swing of things. Like once you start.
I asked Johnny exactly how does fear work in Daggerheart combat?
So the way that fear works is there are a few things that you can do with it, and then there's a few things that are kind of like it's not unclear, it's just flexible, I guess is the best way to say.
Mhm.
When in combat, when a player fails a roll or rolls with fear, the initiative or spotlight goes over to the GM, and then once the GM gets the spotlight from that, they get to spotlight a adversary for free, not having to spend any fear at all.
Okay.
Any adversary after that
Mhm.
requires a fear to spotlight. So if I have 5 different people that are fighting the party, I would have to, and they failed a roll, we'll say, so it comes over to me. I would be able to spotlight this person for nothing. It's just I automatically get to, and then I would have to spend 4 extra fear in order to get the other 4 to do something.
Okay.
There are different types of actions that adversaries can take. So there are some that require a fear to do. So in my game with Bitten, the bite action requires a fear to do. So if I got that free adversary move, I would have to spend that fear in order to bite. If I wanted to spotlight other blighters, I would have to spend 2 fear to do the bite.
That was just what I was
It's
gonna
1 to
ask.
activate them, 1 to actually do the bite. So
Cool.
yeah, so in the cases of like having to do like 5 different blighters, it's a lot of fear when I want to do bites and stuff like that. But it makes it so that the bites are very like, oh, because in this game, if you get bit, you are done.
Yeah, no, they
So
mean
the
something.
mechanics, exactly. And every single time that I say there is going to be this blighter is going to try and bite you, everything, the whole mood of the table changes, because it's like, oh crap, like now this is real. So yeah, if there's a fear move, you can use fear for that. There is the other side of things where you can use fear to do big things in the story. So like this is when the adversaries show up. That's you spend a fear to do that.
Okay.
Or if somebody fails a roll, you can spend a fear to have them gain a stress, or maybe even not even having to do the fear. You could just have them gain a stress depending on the situation. You can also use fear to when an adversary is like restrained or vulnerable or some sort of condition. You can use the fear to end the condition. The one thing about being a GM, though, is that you can only highlight each adversary once per switch of the spotlight. So if it switches over to me and I have the 5 and 4 of them are restrained, I could use this one to do whatever action I want, and then I could spend fear to stop the restrained action, the restrained condition for those 4, but that would be it. And then I would have to bring it back over to the players, even if I have, X amount of fear left over. Then there's some monsters that have almost like multi-attack, but it's like you can spotlight them multiple times per spotlight switch. So it'll be like, I think it's called Relentless, I think is what it's called. So Relentless 3.
Yeah.
And you get to spotlight them normally. So if you wanted to spotlight this one, you can do the one for free. And then you would have to spend an additional fear for each other spotlight that you do for that adversary. So if you want to do the Relentless 3, you would have to spend 3 fear if you spotlighted something else already, or 2 if this is the first one that you're spotlighting.
Oh.
So yeah,
that's cool.
It sounds really complicated, but it's really so simple when you get into the swing of things. Like once you start playing and doing combat, it's so simple.